Happy New Year from News 3, watching out for you.
Gas prices have come down from their record highs, but it's still not cheap to fill up, and everyone is looking for answers.
I believe most Americans think that somebody rigs these prices.
What we're doing locally to keep the fuel flowing to Las Vegas.
I think if we waited even another year, we may have been behind the 8 ball here.
And what you can do to beat the price at the pump and save some money.
We've taken 6 cars off the road. We're all saving on gas bill.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Saving You Money special that takes a look at an issue that's affecting every one of us every day, gas prices. This summer's high prices put a spotlight on a problem that even the oil industry says isn't going away. From Capitol Hill to Detroit to your personal budget, the increase in gas prices made a big impact on our economy. All summer long, experts said the high cost of gas wouldn't keep tourists away, but lawmakers and private industry weren't taking any chances. A Blue Ribbon Commission has been looking for ways to keep the gas and visitors flowing to Las Vegas. With 2 pipelines running at capacity, something needs to be done to avoid a fuel shortage, and that's where the Clark County Commission stepped in.
That is a problem today, not a crisis, but if we don't do anything about it, it could become a crisis.
Avoiding a crisis, the job of the newly formed Blue Ribbon Commission, made up in part by airline and hotel representatives as well as fuel distributors, each bringing something to the table.
It's really a system that affects the entire community, and what we really need to do is develop community-based solutions that solves the problem for the entire community, not just one segment of the community.
Among those on the commission,
There is not enough drivers to man those trucks.
Terrible Herbs General Counsel Sean Higgins.
Over the summer, we had a couple instances where we were down at half of our stations with fuel because of pipeline outages.
The 2 pipelines that supply both fuel for motorists and jet fuel for McCarran to be discussed in detail at future meetings. McCarran already forced to think ahead.
We're getting very, very close to the ultimate capacity of the 8-inch line, and so we've been looking for alternatives to be able to get more fuel delivered here.
The Commission's mission, finding both short-term
Solutions, which is how much fuel is coming into the valley, how are we allocating that fuel, where is it going,
as well as long-term solutions.
One of the alternatives for the long-term strategy is to get just more delivery capacity in pipelines.
Maria Silva, News 3.
Now, the commission has wrapped up its testimony for the year. They'll meet again in January. Their next step is to take a look at all the information they've gathered and figure out if there's a cost-effective way to secure the flow of gas into the valley. While local leaders have been working on a solution for the state, the shock at the pump this summer gave us some tough talk from our national representatives. Speaking at the height of the $3 a gallon gas crunch, Nevada Senator Harry Reid laid out his long-term plan to ease the pain at the pump for Americans. The frustration reached a boiling point at a press conference here in town where Reid squarely pointed the finger of blame at the current administration and said any short-term relief has to come from the president himself.
And rather than having them understand oil policy better because of their fortunes made in the oil industry, they won't help us.
Senator Reid said President Bush should have personally called the oil chiefs himself and told them to give American consumers a break. And in Washington, Congress was demanding answers. Americans were paying record prices at the pump, but oil companies announced they were enjoying their highest profits ever. This after repeated explanations from analysts and the industry that the run-up was caused by the simple economics of supply and demand. It was enough to bring the industry's top leaders before Congress to answer the question, was the American public being gouged? It's been quite a year, a summer of skyrocketing prices, production disrupted by nature's wrath, post-hurricane spikes and shortages, and then reports that oil companies posted record profits, especially ExxonMobil, the largest quarterly corporate profit in the history of American capitalism. After all that, senators wanted answers.
I believe most Americans think that somebody rigs these prices, that in the process somebody is getting ripped off, and they think it's them. Are you rigging the price of oil, or is somebody rigging the price?
Among the heads of the 5 major oil companies, no one spoke up right away. Then ExxonMobil CEO took a shot.
Senator, that's an extraordinarily complex question that you've just asked. The facts are that the world supply pool, many countries contribute to that, and many companies operate in those countries.
Senators on the Energy and Natural Resources Committee wouldn't let up, pressing the oil bosses on whether they've gouged the public. They zeroed in on reports that ExxonMobil jacked up the wholesale price of gas 24 cents a gallon in the first 24 hours after Hurricane Katrina.
The directive was to minimize the increase in price while at the same time recognizing if we kept the price too low, we would quickly run out at the service stations and have shortages. So it's a tough balancing act.
The CEOs persistently denied charges that they've been colluding to drive prices up. Some oil experts we spoke with agree, saying the spikes were market-driven, affected by disruptions in production and a lack of refining capacity. But others question the timing, wondering why prices have dropped so dramatically in recent weeks.
If they're all working independently, you would think some of them would have to have some price hikes in there.
But the Exxon CEO says most of the gas stations bearing the company's logo are not owned and operated by Exxon, so the corporation has no control. The individual dealers, he says, set the price at the pump. And it wasn't just the oil industry that came under fire when gas hit that $3 mark. Suddenly, every mile per gallon made a difference, and drivers were complaining the government's test was stuck in reverse. That's why the EPA is working to change how they come up with those city highway numbers that all of us rely on. The current tests were designed in the 70s and don't take into account factors like hard acceleration, air conditioning, and cold temperatures. Even with better technology improving how our cars burn gas, we're spending more time on the road and more time stuck in traffic. And drivers have been complaining that their fuel economy doesn't match what was promised on the vehicle sticker. If the EPA goes through with these changes, the results will show up on 2008 vehicles. Coming up here, a new twist on an old way to save gas and help clean up the air we breathe.
I'm actually taking a part in working towards improving that.
How it can help you get to work on time with a little extra money in your pocket. And if you think a hybrid car is still a little too high-tech for you, a Las Vegas car rental agency wants to change your mind.
Time now for Channel 3's birthday celebration.
Light the candles, we're gonna have a party. Light the candles, we're gonna celebrate.
To sign up, visit any Cold Stone Creamery location or North Vista Hospital. Then, watch your mailbox for special birthday gifts. And you might even see your name on TV.
We're just getting started. Light the candles, you know that I can't wait.
Welcome back to our Saving You Money special on gas prices. So how can you solve the dilemma of getting to where you have to go and not going broke getting there? Well, the Regional Transportation Commission says join the club, literally. News 3's Kim Capozzo is here to explain how the RTC's Club Ride commuter services can help you save at the pump and get a break from the morning drive into work.
Traffic, pollution, gas prices, the headaches of the daily commute. But these pioneers have a solution.
We found out a lot of us live in the same areas.
That's where this minivan comes in. With the help of Club Ride commuter services and Enterprise Rental Car, these City of Henderson employees are riding into work together and counting the cash they're saving.
We've taken 6 cars off the road. We're all saving on gas bill.
Mary Jo's pocketing about $30 a week. Chris, about 40.
My husband is also one of the van pool members, and you know, we get to take both of our vehicles off of the roads.
Each month, a different person takes the wheel while the others sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
So just more relaxed. I just need to be more relaxed when I get to work, when I get home too.
And those with a reputation for running a bit behind have miraculously been cured.
Everybody at work is very surprised because they come in at 7 and there I am, you know, coffee made, sitting at my desk, you know. It's unbelievable. We don't start until 7:30, you know.
They're on time, they're saving money, and they're helping the environment.
Right now, looking across the valley and seeing all of the smog and realizing that I'm actually taking a part in working towards improving that.
And membership has its privileges. With a special club ride pass, parking is never a problem.
That's Kim Capozzo reporting. There is a cost associated with the Club Ride program, but with gas prices what they are, and when you consider the wear and tear saved on your personal car, the math will most likely come out in your favor. For more information on the program and all the incentives associated with it, just log on to our website, kvbc.com, and click on the traffic icon. Now, if you think it's expensive to fill up your SUV, imagine filling up a fleet of trucks for your small business. The Mobile Billboards Company used to fill 2 tanks on one truck. One tank ran the truck's engine, the other ran the generator that powers all those lights. Now, using a unique recharging method they developed, they run their lights on battery power. It's technology that Mobile Billboard owner Marla Letitia says helps her bottom line, but also helps the environment and reduces our dependence on foreign oil.
I was willing to do anything that it would take to find an alternative, and I never imagined it would lead to this, but it did, and that's satisfying, but I never intended it to. This was one of those accidental benefits of a desire to be responsible.
The Mobile Billboards Company used to burn 15,000 gallons of gas every year before they converted their trucks. Now, it's no surprise to see electricity is playing a bigger role in how we save on gas. Hybrid electric gas cars are a hot item on the showroom floor, but not everyone's sold yet. If you're interested in hybrid cars, there is a way you can kick the tires before you buy one. When you go on a trip, the last thing you want to spend your vacation money on is gas for your rental car.
These cars don't have to be plugged in, just fill them with gasoline, and you're on your way.
To give their customers an alternative, U.S. Rent-A-Car here in Las Vegas is now renting the Toyota Prius Hybrid.
In Las Vegas, we started with 20 vehicles. We've got 4 on the lot today.
They get snapped up by customers quickly because the gas-electric hybrid gets about 50 miles to the gallon. EV Rental Cars supplies the fuel-sipping sedans to U.S. Rental Car, and they say it's mostly locals coming in to give the cars a spin.
A lot of people have been doing that, especially on the weekends. We have a lot of people who come out and rent the cars for the weekend, try it out, and if they like it, they'll buy one.
EV Rental Car CEO Jeff Pink says he started the company 8 years ago to make a difference.
It's a way to get away from dependence on foreign oil. You know, if every car got 10 more miles to the gallon out there, we'd be in much better shape than we are today.
U.S. Rent-A-Car rents their eco-friendly cars for about $35 a day, a little more than what you'd normally pay for a mid-sized car, but it's a great way to test drive this technology to see if you want to buy one for yourself. Now, you better get moving if you want to take advantage of the tax credit for hybrid vehicles. The $2,000 deduction ends on December 31st. Starting next year, the tax will only apply to the first 60,000 hybrid vehicles that each automaker sells. After that, the deduction will vary depending on the fuel efficiency and the weight of the car. Up next on the Saving You Money special report on fuel prices, things you need to know about filling up at your corner gas station.
I don't want them cheating us, but, you know, I don't want them getting cheated either.
Tips you can use right away to help you save at the pump. And a comparison of all the fuel-saving devices that we've tried over the past year. Which one is the best for your money?
The best protection against crime is prevention, and showing you what to look for and how to protect yourself is my job.
Crime Tracker 3, Nina Relatives, digging deeper to uncover crime trends.
It's called skimming, and here's how it works. Keeping you informed, keeping you safe.
News 3, watching out for you.
At the all-new historic El Cortez Hotel Casino, Jackie Gaughan gives his customers great slot promotions.
He's doing it again, Jackie's January Golden Giveaway, featuring the jewelers of Las Vegas.
Through January, win ladies and gentlemen's bracelets, necklaces, watches, and more.
The more jackpots you win, the more jewelry you get.
Every jackpot makes you eligible for our Saturday night drawings.
It's all happening right here. Thanks, Jackie.
El Cortez Hotel and Casino.
Welcome back to our Saving You Money special report on gas prices. We wanted to spend some time focusing on this issue because I've heard from so many of you throughout the year that gas prices have the single biggest impact on your family budget. They vary so wildly. And when the price went above that $3 a gallon mark, it made it very tough for a lot of local families to make ends meet. All right, now let's focus on what happens at the pump. You swipe your ATM card through the reader, put the nozzle in, and squeeze the handle. But there's a lot more that goes into it. Most of us don't pay much attention to the gas pump as we're filling up. But with prices so high, there's a lot you should know to protect yourself as a consumer. The Saving You Money team tagged along with the pump police to find out if you're really getting what you're paying for.
Going so fast that you don't know if you're getting the full gas that you're supposed to be getting for that price.
How do you know you're getting what you pay for? After all, it's not like you do the math every time you fill her up.
Yeah, anything above that, they're giving it away. Anything below that, they're cheating us. And we can't have that.
Les Smith is part of the pump police. He works for the state's Weights and Measures Department, and he's watching out for you.
And you're out there for us. You're out there for everyone paying for gas.
Exactly.
You're on our side.
Yeah, and I'm also on their side.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them.
Make it fair.
Yes. Okay. I don't want them cheating us, but I don't want them getting cheated either.
Right.
The calibration wheel on a gas pump goes both ways, which means sometimes you can get more gas than you're paying for.
So they're actually giving away just a little bit.
Every pump in Nevada gets checked by Weights and Measures. Stations are checked at random, so they don't know when Les is coming.
Just to let you know it's ready for you.
Thank you.
Les checks to make sure the price on the pump matches the price advertised on those big signs. And he sends back samples to the lab to check for contamination and to make sure the octane matches. It would be hard for you to tell if the calibration was slightly off, but there is one common problem you can spot.
During this time, I also look to see if there's any pump creep.
Pump creep is a leak somewhere in the system that you're paying for before you squeeze the nozzle. It's easy to check. When you turn the pump on, take a second after these numbers zero out and before you squeeze the handle to see if these numbers move at all. If they don't, there's no leak and no creep. But if they do, you should give Les a call.
I will either blue tag or red tag. Blue tag, they have to have it fixed within 5 days. Red tag, they can fix it, or they can't use the pump until it's fixed.
These guys are busy. A team of 7 inspectors hits about 15,000 gas stations as far north as Tonopah. And again, they're all checked every year, at least once. If you suspect trouble at a pump, you can call Weights and Measures here in Las Vegas. The number is 486-4690. It's a state agency if you want to look it up in the phone book. Now, oil analysts all seem to agree the price of a barrel of oil will, if anything, go back up eventually. If there can be a silver lining out there, the rising cost of fuel, it's that alternative fuels that are more environmentally friendly now cost about the same as gasoline or even less. Dave DeFord just found out that his minivan can run on ethanol.
I was very surprised. Of course, I never bothered to look at the label. Just said unleaded, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, about 10,000 cars in Las Vegas can already run on E85, a blend of grain alcohol and gasoline. And now gas stations in the valley are selling E85. Huey Mart owner Hugh Kennedy says he wants to do his part to clean up the air around Las Vegas.
So we want to get the cleanest burning fuel in Las Vegas we can possibly get, and that's the reason I agreed to.
And not every car can run on a can of corn, but it's easy to find out if yours does. You might find a sticker right in here by the gas cap. If you don't see the sticker, you can check your vehicle identification number. Automakers put in a code in the 2nd, 3rd, and 8th digit that lets you know if your car is a flexible fuel vehicle. You can cross-reference those numbers on the E85 Fuel website. Huey's Mart is the first station in the state to sell E85 fuel. It's more commonly sold in Midwestern states. But he was hoping more stations in Las Vegas will sign on and start selling ethanol-based gas.
We could be completely foreign oil-free in 3 years if the government and everybody else would get behind it.
If you drive a diesel car or truck, there's a fuel alternative for you as well. Biodiesel is a blend of vegetable and diesel oil. We've told you before about how diesel engines could run on vegetable oil, but you had to install a special heating and filtering kit for that. Now, Haycock Petroleum, a major fuel distributor in Las Vegas, announced customers with their corporate credit cards will be able to buy a commercial biodiesel product.
There's no type of any retrofit or anything that you have to do. Basically, you just put it in your tank and you drive away. And we'd welcome to hear what you think about it when after you've been fueling on it for a while.
To keep the vegetable oil from clogging your system, the highly refined oil makes up only 20% of the diesel mixture in that case. But I mentioned a car that runs on vegetable oil, one that runs on hydrogen, a truck that's powered by batteries, and a device that helps gas burn better. They all sounded too good to be true, so we decided to check them out. When we saw that one after the other was working, our next question was which one was worth the time and money. The Saving You Money team decided to do a road test. We've shown you 4 very different ways to beat the price at the pump.
I'm spending 20 minutes on filtering my diesel, my vegetable oil, putting it in the truck and saving $100.
This vehicle went from 12.4 to 16.2, so a significant increase in mileage.
This is the fuel of the future. I think this is the wave of the future.
So maybe you're wondering which one gives the biggest savings for the smallest investment. It's no secret electric cars are expensive. The 20 batteries cost $65 to $100 a piece, and the conversion will run you another $3,000 to $4,000. You'll never spend another dime on gas, but you still have to charge those batteries.
I think people are crazy to spend that kind of money on diesel when they could drive for free.
While the fuel for the grease car, used cooking oil, is free, the conversion is not. It cost us about $1,200 to get our Jetta running on used vegetable oil. Plus, it's still a hybrid, which means every 5 or 6 weeks, we still spend about $30 for diesel. It's a grassroots way to recycle an abundant, free fuel, and your car smells tasty, too.
You have to drill it and tap it and then run hoses to it.
The AquaTune Plus converts water to hydrogen and boosts your fuel economy by about 25%. The kit and installation costs us about $1,000. The only additional cost is 70 cents for the 2 quarts of distilled water we put in every tankful. With all the talk about hydrogen power, this is really the technology to watch.
As you can see in there, there's copper screens, and the unit is full of nothing but copper screens.
The Eco Fuel filter was the least expensive and the easiest to install. There's not much to it, and there's no maintenance or additional cost. It fits into the fuel line of any type of engine and helps your fuel burn more efficiently. The EcoFuel system cost between $300 and $400, and it gave us 10 to 15% better fuel economy. So is there a clear winner? Well, the grease car and electric car are hefty investments up front, but you can almost eliminate trips to the gas station. AquaTune and EcoFuel both make the gas you buy burn better, but that fuel economy gets chipped away if you spend a lot of time idling in traffic or if you have a lead foot. None of the systems are perfect, but they all do their part to reduce our dependence on oil. Up next, when it comes to the fuel of the future, the nation's biggest auto club wants to help you get where you're going. With all the different ways to power your car and the new technologies emerging, we'll tell you what AAA is doing to make sense of all of it for you.
The emergency alert system. This is only a test. This concludes the weekly test of the Southern Nevada Regional Operation Area Emergency Alert System.
Welcome back with us. We've covered a lot of ground in the last half hour. There are all kinds of new fuel options out there, new cars available, new devices. You should know AAA wants to help you with that. You can get all the information at any of their offices here in town. No telling where we'll go in the future, but one thing's for sure, the Saving You Money team will be here to help you. Thanks for watching. We could tell you how Nina keeps you safe from crime, but we'd rather show you.
Turn around! Keeping you informed, keeping you safe.
News 3, watching out for you.